On this auspicious occasion, 14th of February, 1976, we are gathered together to wish the newly married couple Godspeed on their journey through life. And it is with great pleasure that my wife and I welcome you all here. Llanarmon was our home for 20 years, and it was here that Alwena grew up. She has come back to her old haunts for a wedding. And this shows how deeply her roots are embedded in the soil of this parish. And it also demonstrates the love she has for the place. Living in Wrexham as we do, it hasn't been easy to arrange the wedding and the reception in Llanarmon. And this has been made possible by the enormous contribution of the local people, the people who have been our friends over the years. And we are deeply indebted to them all for the help they have given us. Diolch yn fawr I chi gyfeillion, I gyd, am yr hyn rydych chi wedi wneud, I Alwena ac I Pete ac I ni, a wraig a finne. Diolch yn fawr iawn. We've been in Wrexham for just over 2 years, during which time we have made a number of new friends, as well as met up with old friends, friends of yesteryear, people who were good friends prior to our going out to live in the country. First of all, we left for Penrhyn Cymer, an isolated area, a beautiful area. With the river Alwen passing close to the schoolhouse we occupy. The river after which Alwena takes her name. From there we came to Llanarmon. So you see, for 25 years we have lived in rural areas. And we love these areas. And Alwena has a great fascination for the countryside. We are grateful to these new friends of ours who have rallied round to render assistance. Colleagues of my wife from Brumbo, too, as soon as they heard that Alwena was getting married, came forward with offers of help. And in one way or another, they have been helping ever since. I said in Welsh to the people of Llanarmon, I say to the Wrexham people, thank you all very much for the invaluable assistance you have given us, given Alwena and Pete and my wife and me. This gathering, to me, represents something like a point of departure. You go to a railway station or to a seaport or an airport to see people off to new destinations. And when people leave, there is a separation. And if the people who leave the close-knit circle of the family, then a vacuum is left, and there is sadness. And as we say in Welsh, hiraeth. We know this only too well, because for years, Alwena has been going on her travels. She started very young. She has left for destinations in this country, and she has left for destinations abroad. And each time there has been a heaviness of heart when she has left the family circle. But on each occasion there has been a reunion, and that reunion has been a time of great rejoicing. Indeed, it is a time for killing the fatted calf. Alwena has a number of very good friends in foreign countries. And 10 years ago it was that we took her to Manchester Airport to fly abroad for the first time. She was going to celebrate the New Year with Monsieur and Madame Taviton and members of their family, Anne and Pierre. Alwena had met these kind people in Toulon, and they invited her to spend the New Year with them in Paris. And we took her to the airport. She went into the international lounge. That was it. She had left us. We made our way up to the terrace to see the plane take off. We waited and waited and waited. And eventually, from the appropriate gate, passengers began to file across the tarmac, and Alwena amongst them. And she looked up at the terrace, caught our eye, and waved. She got to the steps leading up to the aircraft. She waved as she mounted the stairs, and one final wave as she went into the plane. doors of the plane were closed, and everything was made ready. The engine started up. The plane taxied towards the runway, and it was lost from sight behind the airport buildings. After what appeared to be a long time, we heard the loud roar of the engines as the pilot was accelerating to take off. The plane came into sight, and we watched it racing along the runway. And slowly, but very surely, taking off. And once airborne, we watched it spiral upwards and upwards, growing smaller and smaller, till eventually it became a little dot. And this dot was lost from view. Alwena was on her way. We knew that in Orly Airport, her friends would be waiting to receive her. And indeed, we were very pleased about that. But the return journey to Llanarmon and to Schoolhouse was a sad one. And we waited with great anticipation for news of her safe arrival in France. This came in the form of a wire, and I must pay tribute to Alwena for the promptness with which such wires were dispatched. She never kept us waiting unduly long. She has always been very considerate. Now this gathering is an assembly where there is a parting, a separation. Because Alwena, again, is leaving on a journey. But this time, she is taking someone with her. She is taking a life partner. And my wife and I are very pleased about this. And we are very pleased with the choice of partner she has made. Knowing Alwena, we know that she chooses nothing but the best. Pete has been coming to visit us over a period of time. The house in Wrexham, 25 Park Avenue, isn't large. Alwena has a room, and we had a guest room. But for some time now, the guest room has been rechristened Pete's room. From now on, it will again become the guest room. It is customary on an occasion like this to give advice. I am not going to do that. I have sufficient confidence in these two young people to know that their upbringing will stand them in good stead. They will adhere to the principles they have learned during their formative years. They must be very happy to see so many of their friends here. Now, I've mentioned the good friends we have in Llanarmon, in Wrexham, and in Brunbo. But there is another section of friends. The friends Alwena has made on her travels in England and abroad, and they are well represented here. And they have rallied round to help. And they'll come here to help. And my wife and I are very, very grateful to them. And we thank them with all our sincerity. Thank you all very much. Now I propose a toast to the bride and the groom. May they be blessed on their journey through life with happiness, with good health, and may they prosper. I ask you to drink to the bride and the groom, to Alwena